Luminary Log, June 2nd, 2025, 3:50 p.m. Hello, hey, what's going on, everybody? Hey, remember me? Remember when I would do stuff? Yeah, pretty cool, right? Oh, man, it's been a little bit of a rough past few days as things are going on, but God, we'll have so much time. What is the face turn? What is the re-heel turn? How does anything work, right? Well, first of all, let's talk about the stats, shall we? Every month I have to remember how the fuck I even do these damn things. So, first of all, shout out to Instagram. We went from 16 to 77 followers. Pretty cool. Pretty fucking cool. So that Gran Turismo short about, racing for 2 hours and Grand Theft Auto filtering Zoomers or Gen Alpha-ers, that's evergreen. It popped the fuck off and it just constantly goes crazy. Every time I hop on Instagram, they're notifying me that someone has liked the reel, which is pretty fucking awesome. And every now and again, boom, another blah, 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 started following you from your reel, blah, 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 started following you from your reel. Fucking amazing. So, I'm obviously, you can hear in my voice, I'm cheesing. I'm smiling like a motherfucker. It's so awesome. So we've gained 61 followers because of that, which feels fucking amazing because I know maybe 7 or 8 people actually on Instagram, and now I have 77 followers. So the power is starting to go to my head just a little bit, but every little bit we get, right? We have to build each platform individually, and every little bit we get helps us to slowly snowball a little bit more, so it's really awesome. Very happy about that. Kick from 40 to 43. It's in a weird spot where it goes up and down and up and down and up and down. I think because bot accounts are showing up to my stream, sending their auto message, and it gets automatically filtered, so I don't even know what happens, and they're following me, and that's just that just happens, Then TikTok, 18 to 22. It was 23 at one point, then it went down to 22. I don't know what happened there. Twitch, 33 to 37. Let me double check the audio really quick. Okay, just had to make sure that it sounded a little extra staticky, so I didn't want it to get fucked up, because one of my streams recently was apparently staticky at the front, and I didn't know about that. So anyway, X, I don't even know, bro. I think I've capped out at 93 on X so far. And I want to break through the 100 follower mark. Good God. I feel like there's maybe half a dozen people that maybe engage with my posts. So I still feel like I've got no traction on there, which is frustrating because that's where I put a lot of my yapping and funny things and shit on. So oh well, what are you going to do? And YouTube, 141 to 153. Or insert whatever cork popping noise for champagne or whatever you can imagine for that. That's cool. We passed 150. Very cool. Yeah, it's just, I gotta love the slow trickle, and it feels really, really good when a day goes by that I don't stream and I get a subscriber anyway, because they filter in from shorts or just watching old streams or something. That's really awesome. So pretty stoked about that. Anyway, let's talk about general stuff. It's, despite my best interest, the Luminary Log, I think, is slowly becoming more and more just the fucking life update podcast again. So, man, what's a guy to do? Anyway, so recently I talked about how I haven't been feeling super great for streaming, and so it's taken a little bit of a backseat lately. There's a multitude of factors for that, but the main one is actually, I think I've got a little bit of GERD going on, gastro something. It hasn't been serious enough for me to go get it checked by a doctor or something. It's been like this for maybe about a week now, but it's gotten a lot better than when it started a week ago. And essentially, you can look up the acronym if you want, GERD, but basically, without getting checked by a doctor, these are all just guesses or whatever, but when I eat stuff, sometimes I can taste that kind of acidy flavor of vomit a little bit, which is not cool. That's really not cool. So that really kind of kills a lot of my appetite, and it I don't know, I've had headaches and lightheadedness and whatever, and I haven't actually thrown up at all as I knock wood, or knock my desk, which isn't made of wood, but knock something. And it's been frustrating because it has been getting better. So it's been less prevalent, but like some days, like early on a week ago, it was like the whole day my mouth would just taste like that. And it's a little bit of a burning sensation, you know. It just feels like if I had to, this is extremely TMI, I know, but I don't know. I guess I don't really need to go into detail. You can look it up if you want to, but like that's what, based on what I'm experiencing, that's what I think I have. So you can go look at that if you want more details or whatever. So drinking some water. It just it's been kind of shitty. So it's hard for me to really be focused on whatever I'm playing, and also just blah, 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 you know? And now here I'm losing my train of thought while I'm here in a recorded fashion where I could cut all this out, but I won't, because that's not how we run things. But yeah, so like it's made me more self-conscious of like dead air and shit on the stream, and just not able to really focus as well on doing stuff. So that's the main thing. I think the face turn, the heel turn, what the fuck or whatever. I think maybe going forward, I just need to stream the things that I'm playing, regardless of like what plans I lay out of like, oh, then I'm going to stream this, then I'm going to stream that. Because if I want to play these things anyway, and if I do play them off stream, if I put 7 hours into playing Creeper World or something, well, I might as well have just done that on stream, right? Now the caveat to that is that like I have a lot of YouTube stuff that I want to catch up on, and a lot of the time not streaming is just nice, because then I just don't have to do anything. And I really enjoy streaming. I really enjoy the grind of it. And also just obviously I'm still playing and doing stuff that I want to do on stream. The reason I'm putting so much time into Dead Souls is because I actually want to do all of those things in Dead Souls, right? So I'm enjoying myself while I'm streaming, and I've just felt more self-conscious about my time investment on like the Division stream and the first Night Rain stream and the first Gran Turismo 3 stream, because like I've just been like out of it kind of, you know. And also like I guess the perfect thing is like, well, what if I just like did like a couple hours of this and I did like a few hours of streaming or whatever, but I just want to put more time into things. I don't want to split my day apart. I want to be like, here's my big focus for today. Here's what I'm going to do, blah, 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 blah. So it's been easy for me to say, all right, here's everything else I wanted to do today. And that gives me about 5.5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours of free time until I either want to go to sleep because I don't have to work tomorrow, or I have to go to sleep because I do work tomorrow or whatever, right? This goes out to nobody, but just a friendly reminder. If only I didn't have to work a stupid retail job, then I would have more time to be streaming stuff. So I just want to keep fucking whittling away, right? Just fucking clawing every inch of ground that I can get. And again, I gotta something I thought of like 2 months ago, and something I have to just keep reiterating to myself is like, even if we haven't made it yet, it's got to be way fucking easier from 153 subscribers than from 22 subscribers, right? That's at least 100 people, give or take whatever starting crowd, like way long ago when I made my channel, whatever, right? That's at least 100 people that said, yeah, this guy's funny enough. Yeah, whatever. And click the button, right? And I really appreciate that. So, that's cool. So alongside everything else, one of the things I'm doing off stream right now that might end up on stream, I'm not too sure. Like if I continue my fantasy life, I play through on stream and shit like that. I struggle because I want my streams to have like, I really like full playthroughs because then I have a playlist, and at the end of the day I can say, here's what it was like from the first boot up all the way to rolling the credits and whatever else followed, right? So it's I struggle with just like, oh, I'm just going to hop on call it, like, for example, oh, I'm just going to hop on Call of Duty for 5 hours. I wouldn't really know how to fucking like format that, how to like do it, so that's something I struggle with. And so maybe I'll you know, let's go through the list, right? And it's funny because I made a poll a while back that's like, hey, you know, what do you guys think? Should I focus on this? Should I focus on that? And it was like, the options was, I don't care. I think you're just cool. Just stream whatever you want to stream. And that's what I did. That was back when we did the Call of Duty Zombies camo thing where we were working on it, right? We didn't finish it, right? I quit it. It didn't go undone or whatever. But yeah, so I have already given myself the pass multiple times at this point to just do what I want to do on stream. I guess I really struggle with and hate the idea of people being like, hey, why are you streaming Particle Fleet? What happened to military intelligence? What happened to Yakuza? Hey, what the fuck's going on, right? And it's just it's stupid. And I'm so good at like immediately picking flaws in myself before anybody even has a chance to say anything about them, which probably isn't healthy, but yeah. So maybe going forward, we're just going to stream what we want to fucking stream. And, you know, the seasonal playlist will catch everything. I have seasonal playlists. I have the season 0 playlist, the season 1 playlist. We're currently on the season 2 playlist. So everything that comes up except for shorts, if shorts are highlights of live videos, then they don't go in there. If there's something else original, then they do. But everything ends up in the seasonal playlist. So if you ever want to know how the like chronological order of things broke down, they'll end up there alongside. If somehow I show up on other people's videos or streams, they'll also show up there. So you'll have a point of reference of like, oh, and then at the same time this happened, but hasn't happened yet, unfortunately. But yeah. So in the meantime, off stream, I've got about another 14 hours of video essay to chew through. I've gotten through like maybe 9 or 10 hours of video essay the past couple days, just chewing the shit out of stuff. I've watched a bunch of KBash stuff. He's really cool. I found his video on, God, what was it? Some. Let me look this shit up. I got recommended his great fantastic clickbait title and thumbnail. And then I watched his East video. His video on Radiata Stories, an innocent PS2 game with nothing weird in it. And then I watched his East video and it was so good. I was like, I gotta watch more from this guy. So then I've watched his videos on Fire Emblem, Otogi, the Mana series, the horror games nobody talks about with Little Goody Two Shoes or Little Goody Red Shoes, whatever the fuck it's called. And then both of the Vanillaware videos and Avatar Selection and You, and then the 5.5 hour compilation of Xenogears stuff, Xeno stuff in general, right? A lot of stuff, great stuff. So just, I love fucking hearing him yap about stuff, and he's pretty funny too. So shout out to him. And now I've got at this point, I'm about halfway through Marsha's video on Desperia that came out. I've got to watch the first section of the Witcher 3 video by Joseph Anderson. He's finally putting that out, I guess. I think that came out on April Fool's Day. So I'm like way behind on it, right? And then, of course, there's the new action button from like a month ago now on LA Noire that's like 10 hours long. So I've got stuff I want to watch. So that's my main stuff that I'm chewing through right now while I'm working on Division 2. I collected all of the supply caches in Brooklyn, and I'm working on all of the set content, just like the manhunts and shit, stuff that's one and done. And then I want to complete the battle pass up to 100. I'm already at 27 or whatever, and I can go way faster once I stop fucking around. Then I want to get back to Fantasy Life I, which I started playing through off stream, and I've put maybe 10 or 15 hours into. Really love that game. Fucking fantastic, side monitor game amongst everything else. Might play it on stream, might not. Particle Fleet is a spin-off in the Creeper World series, and I did finish Creeper World X finally, which, quick review, Creeper World X, not as good as the mainline games, but it's done. I did it because I'm fucking sick, and I'm an awesome bastard, right? Now I gotta get back to Kodocha. I've left Kodocha unwatched for so long. It's still at 46 out of 100 or whatever. God damn it. Luminary, what are you doing? There's more stuff I want to do on Backloggd. That's a website, by the way, backloggd.com. I think it's .com. think I'll have a, yeah, and I'll have a link to it in the description. And that's just your letterboxed for video games, or my anime list, but for video games, you know. And I've been so thorough with all my details on that, and I'm just like redoing it a little bit more, just squeezing in more info in there, and remaking some of my to-do lists and shit in there. And yeah, so just trying to copy over a bunch of my old spreadsheets over to that instead. And yeah, it's a lot. It's still not going to even be nearly as thorough as it could be, because I'm leaving like the entire like Steam wish list backlog off, right? But at least everything I've ever played or completed is on there and shit like that. And then also there's a little game/app on Steam called Go, GOGH, as you can see there. Focus with your avatar, which I bought pure alongside Fantasy Life I, purely for the fact that it's I can just like again make my vague luminary character in there, and I haven't even booted it up yet, but we'll see when we get there, right? But there's just so much I want to do, and yeah, as I continue to have this image of this character for my vague luminary character like rolling around in my mind, it's just more and more every chance I can get to recreate it in a video game, I'm down to do it, because it's just what it boils down to. I don't know if it's like a self-insert so much as it's just like, this is just who I am in my mind, right? And with complete certainty that like this is not the reality. This is the idealized fiction, so to speak, right? But I also realized, and this is kind of a big thing to just randomly tweet out and mention in the middle of a Luminary log, but I realized that like maybe Vague Luminary should just be a title, and we should make an actual name for the character, because I realized that like I want to refer to myself as Luminary on stream, but Luminary is a bit of a mouthful. So some people just say vague, which I don't like because that's just an adjective, and at least Luminary is a title, right? So that's another thing. I haven't put any thought into that at all. But then, of course, always in the background, there's when am I going to fucking like draw or have my character like visually rendered in some actual finite way, or when am I going to get music? When am I going to do music for the stream, you know? When am I going to record like music stuff to just put out places? God. Jesus. There's just always so much stuff to do. So I'm crashing the fuck out. Anyway, and I know we're not done, but just I guess to close that section, I guess I should just do what I want to do on stream, and I'm just already frustrated internally when I think about the fact people are going to stroll up and be like, "Hey, so what happened to Yakuza? Hey, what happened to the stream server?" And I'm just already mad because it's going to happen, and it's just going forward. It's going to be, guess what? It's Vague Luminary, and you never know what you're going to fucking get. All right, it's Vague Luminary. So while I've prided myself on being open about like, here's what we're going to do, here's what we're going to do, and then we're going to do this, and then there's that, and then there's also this, and you know, coming up later this month's Death Stranding, blah, blah, blah. It's just like untenable. And another fact that I can perfectly put right here that I thought about was, frankly, thank fucking goodness that I did not play Claire Obscure Expedition 33 on stream. Haven't even played it like in general, but I didn't stream it. There's one other game, and that's not to dismiss Claire Obscure at all. It's just to recognize and be like, yeah, I'm already so fucked for time that like if I also wanted to shove this RPG in there, fuck my life, dude. So, oh god damn it, you know. Thank God I didn't fucking play that. Again, no slight against the game at all. It looks fantastic, and I want to play it. It's on my to-do list, but just thank goodness I didn't try to shove that in this year because there was no time for it. And, you know, The Division 2 suddenly is like, oh, well, I want to, this is the perfect excuse to catch up on all this other bullshit. And then it turns into like, well, why the fuck? I don't know, man. Maybe we just need to, I don't know. It's just, I get so frustrated. I get so like strung up and strung out and whatever other fucking words you want to talk about, thinking about all of this shit because I have to tackle it from every angle every time. And it's just a lot. It's a lot of details to think about. So But that's okay because we got 60 followers on Instagram, and that's probably not going to be as good the next month because I haven't had as many like funny bits to clip out from streams. But moving on, plans. Later this month, we'll get Death Stranding 2, which we will absolutely play the shit out of on the channel. I don't want to get anything spoiled for me or anything, so we're just going to fucking hop on that game every day and play the fucking shit out of it. Let's go. Yeah, hell yeah. I have it slated for the 23rd. I just looked at the PlayStation Store today. I haven't pre-ordered it yet, so I need to do that. But the deluxe edition will give me 3 days early, and it'll unlock it at 9 p.m. on the 23rd. So it might be, actually the 24th that I play it. What day of the month is that? 23? Oh, I could play it late at night, but it'd be a shorter stream. I don't know if I'd want to fucking do that. I don't know. Whatever. Oh, that's right. I took the week off around the 26th. So I'll probably have to work the morning of the 25th, and then, yeah. So we'll get like a little bit, it'll be a little stunted early on, and then we can go fucking crazy on it. It'll go fucking awesome. So that's cool. Ongoing, Elden Ring Night Rain, I think, you know what, the whole thesis of this video, this log, this experience, this thing that I'm saying right now that you will experience sometime in the future, whether it's an hour or many years from now, is basically, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Life is complicated. I wish I could stream more, but even my body is like, dude, slow down. So anyway, the current ongoing things, Elden Ring Night Rain, not sure how I'm gonna fucking do this still, because if I want to play with friends, I don't want to be like, oh well, I can only redo the first one with friends because I want to save the other stuff for the stream. I don't know, right? I haven't talked to anybody about playing it yet, but I'm like, that I can't fucking do that. That'd be stupid. But then also if I'm streaming it, then I can only ever play with randos, which works, right? But like, fuck, I don't know. And then I've got so many mutuals on Twitter and everybody else that's like, yeah, oh, I already killed every Night Lord, and I got the ending, and oh, look at this, and people are just throwing spoilers out everywhere, and I haven't really gotten anything too crazy spoiled for me, I don't think, but man, it's still annoying. And just I'm kind of frustrated by that whole thing, in all honesty. I think I'll really enjoy it. I just think it came out right then, not the right time for me to play it, basically. But I need to get to that. And then, of course, Remembrance and Dissolution is still a thing. Military Intelligence is not gone. It will come back. Maybe we'll fit it in right before we get back to, before the next Call of Duty game comes out or whatever. And then Gran Turismo Tuesday is ongoing. Tomorrow we'll pick up the second stream of Gran Turismo 3, hopefully finish up our licenses and see what the fuck else awaits us, right? So, yeah. Your boy is just taking it easy right now, and I love streaming so much, but right now, I just want to just do stuff off stream, catch up on these video essays, because I live and breathe by these things, and maybe we'll just take more breaks in the future, and instead of feeling like, well, if I'm not streaming all the time, I got to tell people every fucking second that I'm not doing something, why I'm not doing it. What if I just say, you get nothing, you deserve nothing, and you'll be thankful whenever the fuck I grace you with my presence? What about that? What do we think about that, huh? It's a little too mean. It's a little too mean. We'll get there when we get there. Okay, that's the final form. It's coming. It's just going to take a long time to get here, but that's hopefully what the final form is. But yeah. So okay, I think that will conclude this Luminary Log, and I'll work on throwing the video out. You'll notice I put it out. I worked yesterday on the 1st, and now it's the 2nd, and I got home and I'm like, well, man, imagine me with like a cigarette. I'm like, man, well, I could bust my ass to throw out a Luminary Log and not really have anything too interesting to say, or I could get some sleep and then wake up the next day and fucking put it out there. So that's what I did. So all of the hard limits, all the hard rules are falling by the wayside, and we're just doing things fast and loose as I deem necessary at this point. So I've got 150 subscribers. I'm a big deal now. You just got to put up with it, right? I don't know. Okay. As always, thank you for listening. Please feel free to follow me and subscribe to me on all the platforms that you use out of the ones you see on the screen. And I will continue to use all of them to some degree. And that's what I know. All right. So thank you for listening. I've been me and you've been you. Goodbye.